Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. How are you tonight, my beautiful friends? And how was your day? Did you enjoy your day, my beautiful friends? And did you have a nice time? Did you flush those soulless summer? Are you enjoying every step of your way, my beautiful friends? You need to know, as always, I'm asking you, every night I'm asking you, how was your day? How are you doing? Because I just wanted to remind you that you are the one who is going to make your day. Every day, you are the one that is going to say, enough is enough. Let us now do something different. And let us now flash come soulless summer, destroy those soulless summer in every form. And the way they are, in whatever form they are, wherever they are, from within and without, on a global universal level. That's what I'm doing, my beautiful friends. Flash come. Those soulless summer, they're trying to interfere into my language. I'm destroying those soulless summer in every form, in the name of mind and aspect of the light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. So those soulless summer trying to interfere into my language, trying to hide information, so manipulate with the energy in order to try to make mistake, because we are destroying the soulless summer. They're falling down. So now they cannot hide anyway. So they're trying to manipulate, but with the words and with any energy, but they cannot do anymore, because enough is enough. I said enough is enough. It's time now to destroy those soulless summer wherever they are, in whatever form they are, that ever interfere into our lives, from directly or indirectly, from within and without, on a global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, let us go. Ask harder as we can to destroy the soulless summer without mercy, with the spirit of thought by default. The soulless summer, when I say soulless summer, that's mean all those Satanists, all those Masons, all those Cabals, and all those soulless summer demon fallen angels, and all the soulless summer in every form, so-called divine mothers or fathers, or divine avatars, or any kind of it doesn't matter, or the light workers or teachers. It doesn't matter under which name they are known, or under which mask they've been masked and hidden. It doesn't matter. That the same evil dark forces in the physical or into the energetic form. So we need to recognize them, and of course destroy them forever and ever. So up until now, the soulless summer were playing the dark, dirty games, and manipulating with energy, trying to manipulate with ourselves. Of course, not the trying, but they were manipulating. But I'm saying trying because I'm not accepting that they're manipulating, which means we are returning the karma. So manipulation of trying means they are falling down into the hell forever and ever. All those soulless summer with the spirit of thought by default. It's all. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, when I say it's all, I've told you that's mean we are not accepting anything. We are rejecting everything that does soulless summer, not accepting anything that's less than man and aspect condition of a light, which means we're rejecting everything from those soulless summer that is less than man and aspect condition of a light, with the spirit of thought by default, but we're returning it back to the soulless summer in the form of karma, pain, and suffering, and of course eternal hell, and to burn forever and ever in the name of mind and aspect condition of a light with the spirit of thought. All those soulless summer straight into the hell, without mercy. Without mercy, loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, not many people know not many people know that those soulless are among us in the physical form, and that they were projecting the energy into all physical forms and manipulate them with their energy. So that's why I'm saying, when you are aware of that, then you can change everything. When you are aware of the things that are going on within you and around you, you can change everything. So I'm destroying the soulless day and night. Now, last night, we made a huge leap into the enlightenment. So those soulless that we're playing the dark, dirty games within and without, all those on the global universal level. So they completely collapsed. They collapse completely. The dark, dirty game is over. All the soulless AMMA, of course, their time is up. The time is out completely. The time is up. They need to go straight into the hell. But some of those soulless AMMA that were cooperating within, Sophie, my soul, employed them. So she gave them a chance to do the great job, to do the work, and of course to go with the less karma, pain, and suffering instead of the way they were doing up until now. So now Seth employed, but still they were trying to manipulate with my energy, and of course they were trying to manipulate with their energy, and of course we are not accepting that. They were trying to still do the dark, dirty work and play the dark, dirty games, which are not acceptable anymore. Any kind of games we're not accepting. Now is the time for them to go straight into the desert planet that we created for them, so they can play the dark, dirty games forever and ever, or into the hell. So now we are destroying the soulless AMMA. Last night I was so loud and clear, and I was destroying the soulless AMMA with all my power, without mercy, in the name of man and ask of light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So okay, today was so quiet. It was so quiet, but last night we got a lot. All those, you know, that last night I was talking about governments, and then of course everything, that the religions and everything, any subject that I touch on, or behind any words that I say, we are destroying those soulless AMMA, returning them the karma, pain, and suffering, and of course taking the energy from them. So we're taking the energy, we're stopping all their projects completely, any kind of project that they were working on with the dark intention, especially those projects, dark, dirty projects that we're working with 20, the agenda 2021, 2030. So a new world order. We stop that completely. We destroy those soulless AMMA, destroying themselves, some of them, and of course those that were infiltrated into the governments or into the religious or wherever, into the systems. So we're destroying them, and now even when I'm speaking to you, those soulless AMMA, we are destroying them within and without. So we were destroying them and then taking them energy all the night and all day. And after that, in the afternoon, actually, before, just a couple of hours before I got on live in my language, the soulless AMMA started to play the game again. But of course, my beautiful friends, see that is a main code for the soulless AMMA. All the soulless AMMA, I'm calling them dark, dirty, psychopathic players, calling them soulless AMMA, Tzigi or Tzigi. So Tzigi is a main code for the soulless AMMA. So he collapsed last night, like many times before. So daytime is up completely. Now only the laws, rules, and regulations of by default now actually in the power. So the mind and us, pure unconditional love of light, and the laws, rules, regulations of mind and us, pure unconditional love of light, overriding all other laws, rules, regulations within and without on a global and universal level. Which means that those soulless AMMA, the time is up, the dark, dirty game is over. They have no place anywhere within and without on a global universal level. It's time for them to destroy them, to send them straight into the hell, to break them into the atoms and electrons, send them straight into hell, to burn forever and ever. All those psychopathic dark, dirty players that want dark, dirty games, we will break them into the pieces, into the atoms and electrons, and then mix them up, make them special mix, and then send them straight into the desert planet to feel the pain and suffering forever and ever, for eternity, to in every atom and electron of their beings, and to play the dirty games forever and ever. So, of course, send them into the hell is for them, but we are destroying them forever and ever. So, my beautiful friends, the time is up of those soulless AMMA. Our time has come. It's time for us to return our power back to us, and of course to activate mind and aspirational light within and without, and to be who we are, to shine all the way through. So the soulless AMMA, which means they're fallen down into the hell, they lost the everything, all those projects and everything, finances and everything that they're working on. We are now taking all of that. So now I'm going to talk tonight about some rituals that they were doing, about the religious rituals and about the those public holidays and everything. But now, just to need to know that those soulless AMMA need to know too that that it's time for them to go straight into the hell. That doesn't mean they collapse, but that doesn't mean that still there is no soulless AMMA. They still have what they have. We have them some in this energetic codes. Energetic codes in the physical form still, but those energetic codes, all those wherever they are within and without on the global universal level, those that are within, we're going to destroy them within where they are. In the physical forms, wherever they are, we're going to destroy them there, put them into the sleep, break them into pieces, and send them straight into the hell. All the soulless AMMA that are with the physical, within the physical form, all those that are in the heaven or anywhere into a beautiful planet inside, or anywhere on the water element, air element, wherever those soulless AMMA are, we are now going to take them. We're going to create a center. Actually, we have the centers. So Sophie need to decide who is going to work on that to create a center for this, especially for the soulless AMMA to be taken there, and the energy to be separated, which means those soulless AMMA, they have the energy that they're stealing from us. They were stealing from us energies through the rituals, doing any kind of rituals, and then stealing our energy. So now I'm commanding to soften everything that is mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and command with the spirit of thought by default, so that we can create a center, especially center for those soulless AMMA to be taken from the earth, wherever they're on the earth, and wherever Sophie knows what to do, from the earth and from the heaven, to be taken into the center, and all the and to be destroyed there, and the energy they must return back to Sophie into the center. The energy need to the Sophie codes and energy, all the energy that they've stolen from Sophie, they need to return it, take it back into the center, where there will be a return back to Sophie into the center. I'm loud and clear in the name of mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Will those soulless AMMA, we will judge them according to the laws, rules, regulations, and by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, according to the karmas. So, of course, and the dark, dirty games and everything that they were creating or were planning to create to humanity on a beautiful planet or to anyone and anything. So in the name of mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie, and everything is mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought to answer on my call without mercy by default with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. On all those soulless AMMA that don't answer on the Sophie's call, I'm demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought to be breaking into the atoms and electrons into the air, fire back at them, fire them, and then with all the technology that we have and all the resources that we have, use them to fire them, break them into the pieces, atoms and electrons, and send them straight into the hell, and activate them, the pain, the suffering, by the laws, rules, and regulations of all living beings in every form since the beginning of creations that they ever existed, that existing. In the name of mine and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, my beautiful friends, now is the time as well to protect our beautiful planet. We've done that earlier when I was doing the work and protecting and healing. We've done that. We protected our beautiful planet. We created protection around our beautiful planet. Now is the time to shut down all those portals and to create a protection around our beautiful planet. In the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. So now the sun and the moon. Sophie knows with the sun and the moon as well. I'm gonna stay inside the planet. The sun is gonna change. Actually, Sophie knows new Sophia Tristan center is gonna be our new sun. So in which way? So Sophie is gonna do that from the spiritual level. Sophie gonna do that. Decide which codes gonna be into the sun, because we need to clear up the sun too and the moon. Still there are those SOULESS AMMA inside, but we need to from the sun and from the moon take them straight into the planet that we are going to create especially for the destructions of those SOULESS AMMA, and of course for the collecting the energy that those SOULESS AMMA were stolen from us. So how are we gonna call the planet? Sophie knows. So now, Sophie, my beautiful friends, you know what to do. I'm commanding to Sophie and everything's mind and ask me conditional light with the spirit of thought to answer on my call, which means, my beautiful friends, it's time for us. We've done a great job. We've done a great job in clearing a beautiful planet and humanity, healing and clearing humanity and a beautiful planet, and of course the heaven throughout entire existence. Now is the time we need to focus on a beautiful planet, protect a beautiful planet, and up until now, everything was going on. All those SOULESS AMMA that were playing that dark, dirty games were going through my physical form. We were destroying them within and judging them within my physical form. So now both sides are HEARTH, the most powerful, the energy within my body. I have all the power within me that is mine and aspect of the light. Sophie and all, everything is mine and aspect of the light. But I have a SOULESS AMMA too. So which means now Sophie knows it all. Sophie knows what to do with those SOULESS AMMA that were cooperating up until now. So Sophie knows how they were cooperating, as they were cooperating without any dark intention or any kind of selfish desire, or in which way they were cooperating. Sophie knows, and Sophie knows where to place them. Where they are with the karmas, set by the laws, rules, and regulations, in the name of mind and aspect of the light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm commanding to Sophie and everything that's mine and aspect of the light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, now it's a time to protect ourselves. So to protect our beautiful planet. So when I was asking those SOULESS AMMA to give me the answers, how come that our beautiful planet, it's so, we have the protection, we have the ozone, we have everything, but still we can see into the heaven. We can see the planet and stars and the galaxies into the heaven. How come? How come that we can see them? How come how the planet has been made, has been created? No one has ever explained that to us. I mean, the science. Science never explained to us about the earth, about the creation of earth. They gave us the false information. So they were telling me that the planet is on the 7th dimension, created was on 7th dimension, and in each dimension that there are 7 levels, and then and in each level another 7 levels. Those SOULESS AMMA were lying, manipulating. We're trying to manipulate with the energy, because when I was clearing up, we know that we have 2 dimensions inside the earth. So, but within our beautiful planet, inside the earth, we have the underneath of I've been talking about the tunnels and then underground civilizations. We were destroying the Asian. I've told you about that. I've been talking about that. Asian, Chinese, Japanese, and of course, those Korean. So those we found them, those civilizations, into the underground, into the our beautiful planet. So now, apart from them, all the criminals and all the SOULESS AMMA that were doing the dark, dirty work, were doing it under the ground. So all those military bases are based into the ground, in the underground, to avoid the public viewing, so to avoid the public. So they were digging down into the earth, and of course creating the tunnels and creating the those laboratories and the base, the military base from where they were operating and doing the dark, dirty work. So now is the time. We've done already. I'm not sure if we have completed yet. I'm sure there are still those SOULESS AMMA, but the main ones that were inside the earth or in the water, where we destroy them. So now I'm not saying that we have completely cleared up those SOULESS AMMA, the energy codes. Still they have them, but some of them we put them into the sleep. Some of them are not aware what's going on. When they're into the sleep, they're not aware what's going on. But when we destroy those at the top one, that are those underneath powerless. So which means we are destroying all those SOULESS AMMA. Now the top one that we're manipulating with our beautiful planet, with humanity and everything that is mind and aspect of light, that we're trying to manipulate. They couldn't actually, not with the mind and aspect of light. They were trying to do so, but they couldn't, because I created mind and aspect of light. Before that, with just lava light that was really infiltrated with those SOULESS AMMA. So I've created the first time in history that exists mind and aspect of light, which means fierce and aspect of light. So my beautiful friends, why? Because I found it within myself, within my soul. So now it's time. That's the most powerful energy. That's the only energy that will stay. All of the rest of those dark energies and that this lesser mind and aspect of light is going to go forever into the hell to be destroyed by removal recycle. There is no way that can stay on this planet on any way throughout the entire existence, any kind of other energy except mind and aspect of light, except those SOULESS AMMA into the desert planet and into the hell. That's it. So it's time now to let them go, to destroy them. They were enjoying playing the dark, dirty games, manipulating with our energy, and they were thinking that they're gonna they manipulate with mind and aspect of light. But of course, they couldn't. Even if they tried to manipulate. It's all about humanity's awake. And humanity taking our power back. We are taking our power back, destroying those SOULESS AMMA in every form. And of course, returning them the pain and suffering and karmas and eternal hell and eternal suffering and eternal destructions in every form to all those SOULESS AMMA. We're sending them straight into the desert planet that we created for them from their planet. In the name of mind and aspect of light, we're sending them into the hell forever and ever to burn all those SOULESS AMMA, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we've done that, my beautiful friends. We created the protections around our beautiful planet. When I did that, we set up the code, the energy. We have the energy, more than enough energy to protect our beautiful planet. So now, because those SOULESS AMMA were coming through the moon, and is there any other portals? I was working for a long time with my my soul, golden souls, my golden by default, with my team on the spiritual and energetic level, and in the physical form. We were working for a long time, and then shutting down those portals that those SOULESS AMMA were using to interfere into our planet. So we shut down all the portals. I know for the portal through the moon that they were coming. So they were based on the moon, and through the moon they were coming. But now we've taken over the moon, and we're clearing up the moon. Of course, we've done already clean up a lot of the energy, the SOULESS AMMA. We've destroyed a lot from the moon. So now it's time to complete clearing up of the moon and the sun, and of course protect the humanity and all those SOULESS AMMA. All of them, they must to answer on the command and demand of SOPHIE. SOPHIE is the one that has all the powers. SOPHIE the one that has the key of the universe, which means all of those SOULESS AMMA, all of those dark, dirty, psychopathic players in whatever form they are, in physical, energetic form, they must answer on SOPHIE's call. So they must answer on the SOPHIE's call and demand. So those soulless Sama, they're trying to manipulate with my language. They're trying to say SOPHIE. SOPHIE is a soulless Sama. SOPHIE and Tristenko are soulless Sama. Those are the Adam and Eve that used to be in the physical form. Those soulless Sama, they must go straight into the hell. We burn forever and ever, for eternity, in the name of mind and aspect of our light, and those that projecting those thoughts are in the name of mind and aspect of our light, for the spirit of thought, all the projections that they ever projected towards each and everyone and everything that is mind and aspect of our light, for the spirit of thought by default, with the dark intention, we return it back. We wipe it out, return it back into the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, destructions to all those souls, in every form, wherever they are, in whatever form they are. In the name of mind and aspect of our light, for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, when I did the clearing, when I did the work to heal, when I did with my friend, with my light workers, my team, actually, I don't call my light workers, I'm calling them my golden souls, my golden by default. And so when I did, of course, from the spiritual mind and aspect of our life, from the spiritual energetic form, and of course, I've got a team in the physical form that we did already. So while I was doing behind the cameras for almost a year, I work, there were interference of those soulless Sama. They were projecting the thoughts and everything, projections, giving the information is what they wanted to create. Of course, I never accepted that, but because I was conscious of everything, we were destroying those soulless Sama, and of course, creating only that is by default, everything that's my, only using mind and asking the unconditional love of light, destroying the soulless Sama in every form, and of course, turning everything against those soulless Sama, all their dark agenda, all their dark, dirty games, and the plans that they were planning to do whatever they were planning to do with the dark intention. We are returning it back to the soulless Sama in the form of karma, pain, and suffering with the spin of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So when we were clearing the sun and the moon, we have more energy than ever, or actually all the energies are mine, all the energies being replaced on that. We replace the energy of the earth element, earth inside the earth, of the water element, and everything really on the ground, and of course their element, an entire planet, an entire universe. We replace the energy. So one code multiplies more energy than ever that ever existed, that existing. So we have all the energy, and Sophie's got the core key of the universe. So now Sophie has given the opportunities to those soulless Sama to go with the less karmas and to balance the karmas, and to go with the less pain and suffering, and of course to in order to, and of course to peacefully have the separate the soulless Sama from the mind and aspect of life. So Sophie gave them the chance to, in a nice way, actually peacefully, in a peaceful way, to balance the karmas, to go with the less karmas, pain, and suffering, where they belong to by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default. But also, many times I used to tell them, you do need more karmas, pain, and suffering, because many times I used to stop and said, okay, it's enough, let's destroy those soulless Samas, send them straight wherever they belong to, and according to their karmas, by the laws, rules, and regulations, send them into the hell. But my beautiful friends, I was changing them. I was creating the levels of the hell, up to 9 levels of the hell, but we got up to the 7 billions of years. But then after that, I was multiplying that. We came up to send them into hell, and 77 billions of years, those soulless Sama to be into the hell. But then it was after that it was 777 billions of years, but then forever, for eternity. So those soulless Sama, so those numbers they coded, but these numbers they coded them with the codes that they coded with the dark rituals, returning back to those soulless Sama into the hell forever and ever, to burn forever and ever into the hell, into the karmas of their courts and karmas of pain and suffering that they ever projected or ever tried to project towards each and everyone and everything. That this man and us being crystal of light to the spirit of thought by default, that is by default, and even to those soulless AMMA. So we are now returning the pain and suffering, the karmas from those that the man and us being crystal of light to the spirit of thought by default, and it those that are soulless AMMA, those that didn't know what was going on, that they were not aware. So which means those soulless AMMA that were deliberately, consciously doing the dark, dirty work against the humanity on a beautiful planet, they are taking all the karmas, pain, and suffering in the name of man and aspect of light for the spirit of thought by default. So we're judging them on a physical form by the physical form, and but from the spiritual and energetic level, we are judging them according to their energetic and, of course, energetic form, because the energetic codes are the one energetic codes that of those soulless AMMA, the one that were creating the problems, that were interfering to our lives through the physical forms and creating the problems. So we are clearing up ourselves, ourselves and our bodies, but we are destroying those energetic codes. So we are judging the energetic codes, breaking into the atoms and electrons and taking them straight into hell, forever and ever to be burned, forever and ever to be destroyed, and to regret that they ever existed. So I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Why people were judging according to physical forms? Because, my beautiful friends, people don't know what's going on inside the body. And they didn't know up until now, but now it's time to realize what was going on within our bodies, and who was playing the dark, dirty games, who was creating the problems, and now to let go of those soulless AMMA, but not to let them go just like that, but to destroy them forever and ever, bring them to pieces and send them straight into hell. To play the dark, dirty games forever and ever among them, and to be destroyed, and then, of course, burn and destroy forever for eternity into the hell. All those soulless AMMA with the spirit of thought by default in the name of man and aspect of life, with the spirit of thought by default without mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, now those soulless AMMA, that's what I'm saying. When we did the clearing, we did why humanity fall down so deep into the darkness, that we had so many problems on a global level. And of course, you know that a lot of problems among the humanity. And of course, they were creating the problems between humanity. And of course, they were trying to interfere everywhere. But when I'm saying, of course, we didn't accept anything of that, but we accepted to return them the karmas, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default, without mercy, in the name of man and aspect of light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, when we did the clearing up around the beautiful planet, we found a lot of negative energy. So at that time, when I was doing the clearing, there was a place, so now the universe where the humanity started from, actually the main universe where the humanity started. And then, of course, there was another place, another universe where the humanity was after that. After that first creation of humanity was after that created another universe, and the humanity was started alive, and that created in that universe. So there were two, two the universes that were clearing up. Actually, that's only two, and then one dark, dirty playground that we call it universe, or well, I say in my language swimmer, which means the universe in the boat, and everything inside that is, which means so now we have inside those universes inside that. So now, my beautiful friends, so inside one huge universe. So what we did around that, and the empty place around that, empty space actually around, that was the dark, dirty playground for the those soulless AMMA. And actually they were interfering into, we clear up all of that, and we clear up both universes, which means that we completely destroy all those soulless AMMA. So they were trying to run away from those universes into that space in between, but we caught them, destroy them, and remove them forever and ever. So we clear up around a beautiful planet, and a lot of technology, satellites and all those, a lot of technology was placed around a beautiful planet to protect the protect the light. Actually, they were trying to block the light, but they cannot, because we were getting the light from the sun. So they cannot get really protected in any way. But they were projecting a lot of negativity and darkness from the moon, and creating the rituals. So now we were destroying, and we destroyed those soulless AMMA. We saved the moon and the sun. The sun we were clearing up for a long time. And of course, I was working with the sun. I was working with the sun and with the moon. So I was working and destroying those soulless AMMA. Every now at some point of time, I'm not sure how long it was going on, but I was every night in the evening before I will got on live, I was working with the sun and with the moon. So I would sit down on my golden chair, and the sun and the moon would just smile to me from the heaven. So when I say sun and the moon, those are the energy from the sun and the moon, energetic codes. They would smile to me and then just wave to me, and I would fly, but not physically. I would fly with my soul codes. So I would fly, I would hug them, and the sun and the moon, which means those codes, the energetic codes, and we would go and would fire and destroy those soulless AMMA in every place, in both places, and those both universes. So that's what I used to work with the sun. After that, I used to work with the sun as well for sometimes for I'm not sure how long actually. I've been working with the sun all the time. The sun is shining all the time, receiving the energy, but the energy that is within me is within the sun too. So that's mine, and unconditional light energy, and it's with the moon, within the moon too. So when we, at the beginning, when I started clearing up the sun and the moon, I've thought about that. I've been talking about that they had the physically representations of the sun and the moon and the earth and how they're moving around. But now actually the science is not really true the way they gave us the information. So when I asked those soulless AMMA to tell me how we are going to go from the 3D to 5D, in the writing, and then I was just took the paper and pen, and then I just draw the earth and the dimension. They didn't know. They just shut down. So those magicians, some of those, they didn't have a really clue what's going on, but they just knew how to manipulate with the energy and how to do the dark, dirty work. They didn't have any idea what was going on, and they didn't know the truth. So they cannot give us the truth when they didn't know it. All they knew really to do the dark, dirty rituals. What I'm saying, they were just repeating the thoughts and words, doing the dark, dirty rituals together with those from energetic form. So even those that were doing the meditations that I was talking about, SOULESS, Amritam Babaji, and the Mir and Guruji, Maitreya, Shitata, HEATRT, Atmachatana, and those SOULESS AMMA that were doing the dark, those so-called mentors, actually Divine Mother so-called, they are the dark, dirty, psychopathic players that in the physical form that we're working against the humanity on a beautiful planet. So now they were teaching us about the meditation, how to meditate and connect with your heart and soul. We need to connect with your heart and soul, of course, looking within, searching for our heart and soul within ourselves. But they were manipulating with energy at that time, projecting the thoughts and words, and then trying to manipulate with our energy, and then projecting the codes. So I'll talk about that, but just come to this. So weekly, and just let me explain about the sun. Descendo Sole Sama. We're doing the rituals as well. Again, the sun and the moon. So, but of course, the sun is the most powerful. We have all the power within and without, which means the sun is shining brightly from within and without. So we are destroying those Sole Sama wherever they are. And of course, we have our energy, mind and aspect of light within the moon too. So even though those Sole Sama were based on the moon. So now we're destroying those Sole Sama. We were clearing up the sun and the moon, clearing those military bases and clearing the technology around the sun. I've told you that we destroyed the technology that those Sole Sama have placed around the sun, trying to manipulate with the energy. That's what they were trying to create, two suns. So they created the technology near the sun, and then trying to create the global warming through that technology. So we destroyed that technology. It's been destroyed. So now we have the sun. This sun we've been clearing up, but still I'm not sure. I'm sure that it is not completely clear up, that there are still those Sole Sama on into the moon. But of course now it's a time to completely protect our beautiful planet. The sun and the moon are inside our beautiful planet because we got them. We took them over. They are ours, but their Sole Sama were interfering really. So the energy was mixed up. Both sides were in Sole Sama, and of course the mind and aspect of light. So now we took them, and when we got them, we're clearing up them, and we want them inside our beautiful planet. So actually not inside the planet, but when I'm saying of the protection to create the protection, we've done already. But now to completely put it in place so that the those Sole Sama cannot interfere into our beautiful planet, into our lives. So that we have the centers, countless centers that we created, so that we can take those Sole Sama, dark, dirty, psychopathic players into the centers, and then of course they will have to take all the energy codes, and then of course give it back to Sophie, and we will judge them according to the karma, pain, and suffering. In the name of mind and aspect of light, for the spirit of thought by default, I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything's mind and aspect of light, for the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call, my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, everything, every code, every word that I say, it's a code. And every code, it's multiplying everything that multiplying by default, everything by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default. In the name of mind and aspect of life, in the spirit of thought, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Let us now multiply the karma, pain, and suffering to all those Sole Sama activated, and all the ultra ultimatum, all in one. The karma, pain, suffering, and eternal hell, and eternal destructions to all those Sole Sama in every form, wherever they are, in whatever form they are, that ever interfering, that will ever try to interfere into our lives, into our beautiful planet, and everything that is mine and aspect of our life, with the dark intention, in any way, directly or indirectly. We destroy all those Sole Sama in whatever form they are, wherever they are, in the name of mine and aspect of our life, with the spirit of thought by default. We, with the spirit of thought, freeze them and completely take the energy, their power back with the spirit of thought by default, put those Sole Sama into the sleep, and then shut down their cameras and their senses, shut down their senses completely with the speed of thought by default. And we, with the speed of thought by default, we all those Sole Sama, wipe them out, all the memory, and cut them all the communications within and without, in the name of mind and aspect of light, with the speed of thought by default. We destroy all those Sole Sama within and without, activate them, all the eternal peace, eternal suffering, eternal destructions within themselves, on the desert planet, and into the hell. And all those souls, some will regret that they ever existed, and we are breaking them into the atoms and electrons, so that they will regret that they ever existed. They will feel the pain of all those living beings that ever existed in every form since the beginning of creations. That in the name of mine and aspect of light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we destroy all those souls, some in every form. by the by the laws, rules, and regulations, in the name of man and aspect shalom light to the spirit of thought, we multiply all of that, multiply, add up, and compress everything, and then prescribe to all those dark to all the soulless gods, saints, so-called soulless creators, those judges, the soulless Sophie and soulless Miriana and Watchers, and all those soulless Hitler and Susie, and soulless Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi Tata Hitler Atma Chatanaya, Saint Amchilovich, and all those so-called divine mothers or fathers, or so-called spiritual teachers or healers or avatars, and all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, that, of course, multiply for their dark, dirty games and their script, and those Tzigi and Tzigika, and all those dark soulless codes. And of course, soulless, in every form, whatever time, whatever form, there are all those soulless, dirty, psychopathic players that ever interfere into our lives, that will ever try to interfere in any way, directly or indirectly, in a negative way with the dark intention. We're destroying them and activating all that pain and suffering and eternal destructions and eternal hell forever and ever, in the name of man and aspect the shalom light with the spirit of thought by default, so that they will regret that they ever existed. In the name of man and aspect the shalom light with the spirit of thought by default. All those souls, some of the trying to manipulate with my words, or that they're trying to manipulate with everything that I'm saying, with the dark intention, we destroy them. I'm accepting only the thing that are from mine and aspect of shalom light that is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Ito. Other souls are trying to manipulate with the projections and the thoughts, and they're trying to make me start one subject, but then move on. But of course, I'm aware of that, so we are returning the karma's pain and suffering. But I'll go by default. So in the name of man and aspect the shalom light with the spirit of thought by default, we are activating the pain and suffering to those souls summon with the spirit of thought by default, destroying them forever and ever. In the name of man and aspect the shalom light with the spirit of thought by default, well, we are activating to all of us that are mind and aspect the shalom light. We activating all of us ultimatum super blessings, and of course eternal life, eternal peace, and eternal joy and bliss and happiness and great health, vitality, youth and beauty, unity between us and our soulmates, and between among the humanity, us and our families and friends, and everyone and everything that is mine and now speak the shalom light with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of man and now speak the shalom light with the spirit of thought, we enlighten ourselves and we destroy those souls from within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are, that ever interfere into our lives. We are destroying those souls that interfere into our lives in a negative way, that interfering, we destroy them forever and ever and take them straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever for eternity. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear, and without mercy, we destroy all those souls with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, of course, we are multiplying all of that by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default over and over again, as many times as is needed by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default. And Sophie is got the power and control and command everything that is mind and aspect control of light, and all those souls under all of those souls are under the command and control of Sophie. So now all of them must answer on the Sophie's call with the spirit of thought by default, and of course they must return the energy back to Sophie that they have stolen. In the name of man and now speak the shalom light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. All that is all the Sophie's gods. That's energy that they have, Sophie's energy, and all the energy. Sophie knows what we need to do to all the energy need to be given back to Sophie. In the name of mind and aspiration of light, to the speed of thought by default. And Sophie knows. Sophie has the energy that she invested. The energy that she invested, those are those soulless AMMA that were cooperating up until now, but they were cooperating, but then they were doing the dark. They were not cooperating, but something they were changing. So Sophie knows what's gonna do with them, where she's gonna place them. Of course, everything is by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and of course, according to their karmas and everything that they've done. So now, Sophie knows what to do with them, but those soulless AMMA from within and without must to be destroyed, removed, recycled, taken into the centers, into the center actually, and that way, Sophie knows, is it enough one center, or is it enough? If it's needed, so we can create more centers. Sophie knows what to do. So in order to all that energy to be taken into the center and to be, of course, the soulless AMMA to be taken into the hell, and the energy to be given to Sophie. Sophie knows what to do. With the speed of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we are protecting ourselves. We are protecting each other. We are protecting each and every one of us that is mine and us, of light, activating the protection around us. We are protecting us and our families and friends and our soulmates and everything that we have, our homes and properties, cars, vehicle, business, and everything that we have, and the earth, beautiful planet, and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, water element, the fish kingdom, and the air, and of course the sun and the moon, and all the planet stars and the galaxies, the dark from mine and us, of light. We protecting them, saving them, of course, and we blessing them, of course, and all the corporations that we have. We're protecting and saving and blessing, and we're blessing. We're sending the love and blessings, multiply it over and over again, and then add it, compress it, and send that love and light of blessings to all of us that is mine and aspect of light in every form, physical, spiritual, and energetic form, while we are returning the karma's pain and suffering to those soulless AMMA in the physical and energetic form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, we are in the name of mine and aspect of light, protecting all of us with mine and now unconditional light, by mine and aspect of light, by your blessings, mine and us blessings, by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and of course by all the technology and all the resources that we have available to all of us that the man and our spirit of light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We protect, of course, bless and protect the beautiful planet, and of course we protect the sun and the moon, Sophia Tristan Center, Sophia Tristan planet, our planet, Sophia Tristan Center. We created the Sophia Tristan Center, and that's gonna be our future sun that's gonna shine all the way through 24. But now Sophia Tristan planet has been renamed. Our planet has been renamed into the Sophia Tristan planet. You that were on the social media that we're doing the research, you know that some of those soulless AMMA from the heaven call our beautiful planet Terra. I never accepted that, really. I don't know why they gave that name to Terra, but anyway, it's been renamed under the name of Sophia Tristan planet. And of course, the universe that was the dark playground for those soulless AMMA, it's been renamed into Sophia Tristan universe. So now, my beautiful friends, and now we're protecting that. And of course, we created a countless planets, of course, the centers, the systems, and the teams. So we are protecting, blessing them as well. And we created Sophia Tristan Center, Sophia Tristan font, Sophia font, which means those Sophia Tristan font, the Sophia font, those fonts are created in the spiritual form. We are blessing, protecting them. We are multiplying the blessings, the energy. So when I start working, doing the work in the public, in the physical form, when I got out I'm doing now publicly, of course, through the social media. But I'm getting ready. We're clearing up now everything and then making the safe place for me to go out into the public and to do the work publicly, to be the voice of the people, and of course to destroy those soulless AMMA, bring those soulless AMMA from the power to justice. So now I've created Sophia System Phone, Sophia Phone, and all those phones and all the material things and all the money that those soulless AMMA were laundering and that were making unlawfully, and all the technology, we're gonna take all of that from them. We are taking right now, we're freezing the project, taking that abundance and prosperity for them, and of course I'm gonna add up to those funds and then make it available to humanity, and JSAR and QFS as well. I'm the one that's gonna activate us, make them public. They're non-public somewhere. In some places, it has been made available, but not to everyone. But we want to make JSAR and QFS available to everyone, and of course, QFS to be backed by gold. So which means, and all the technology we are taking over from those soulless AMMA, we're going to make it available to humanity. And that's why I'm sending the love and blessings, so that we have the more than enough energy to take over those projects. Because up until now, they were together, both sides were working on that. So in both sides, and then the soulless AMMA and mine and aspect of light were working on those projects. So it was just now really who is going to overpower. But of course, man and aspect light is more powerful, and the soulless AMMA are powerless. So we've taken the technology, we're taking all the corporations, everything from them, and of course we're gonna do whatever needs to be done in order to make it by default to be for the highest and greatest good of humanity, and of man and aspect light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. It's all. So now, my beautiful friends, now those the corporations that man and aspect light souls have, we bless them and protect them, of course, so that everything is by default. We are going to create everything. My teams are forming on a global and universal level. I'm sending love and light and blessings, and I'm commanding from Sophie that everything's been done by default. So that my teams are forming on a global, universal level, so that we can create eternal peace and abundance and prosperity for all, and of course eternal life, and that we destroy those soulless AMMA, remove them completely from within and without on a global universal level. And of course, taking over the power from those soulless AMMA on a global universal level. So we are creating right now, making a beautiful planet, and all the planet stars and the galaxies throughout entire existence of the mind and aspect of life. We're making the oasis of mind and aspect of life. Nothing else is going to stay, only mind and aspect of life. So the science now already, they knew that a lot of countless soulless planet stars and galaxies disappear. We destroy them, and we created countless centers, of course, from mind and aspect of light, the systems and teams and everywhere on the in the ground, inside the planet, the water element and air element, and of course we will add up more energy. We have the energy, we have all the energy, so we will create as we go. Every day we are creating more and more, and actually we are generating the energy, and of course we are adding up to the light as we go every day. And in anytime we destroy those soulless AMMA, we destroy the soulless AMMA, that's blessings for us. And we are creating the freedom and enlightenment and joy and peace and bliss. So that's what's going on right now on the global universal level, within and without. Now, as I was talking about the governments and the religious. So now you know that at this time, we had the public holidays, religious, the holidays. So now we had it from the Muslim, it was the Eid, and it was the Ramadan, it was Eid, and now we have the those and the from the other religion, Catholic or other religions, the all those other, all those public religious holidays. So those that is SOULESS, AMMA, with those SOULESS, AMMA were trying to manipulate with the energy. So the Christmas, and you know that the all other public holidays, those SOULESS, AMMA were trying to manipulate with the energy. They still, right now in my country, I know this, we say the Vaskas or Uskas, which means that those public holidays, that those SOULESS, AMMA, the those SOULESS, AMMA celebrating, actually that we are the people celebrating. I'm not celebrating. Actually, for me, every day is public holiday. Every day is a holiday, which means I'm happy and joyful, peaceful, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I love what I do. I do what I love. I destroy all those, all 24, I'm destroying those SOULESS, AMMA, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, those dark forces in every form, whether they're in energetic or in a physical form, we're destroying them 24 forever and ever. We're gonna, until we completely remove them. Actually, not forever and ever. It's gonna be with the spirit of thought by default, but they will burn forever and ever into the hell. All those SOULESS, AMMA with the spirit of thought by default. So, my beautiful friends, we are now returning the karma's pain and suffering to those SOULESS, AMMA that were playing the dark, dirty games, and we are taking over now the energy that they were stealing from us during those public holidays, religious or any kind of public holiday. So what they were doing, they were usually, when you do for the Christmas or any kind of public holiday, when you do everything according to the religion, all those rituals, you buying the gifts, you cooking something special food or something, and you usually, you know, that the people with the eggs, when you color the egg. So white people were making the coloring the eggs into the color, especially red. The most color, the most color that they use is red. Why? Because they're associated with the blood of the Jesus. So why they thought that the Jesus was died, that Jesus died on the cross and that he saved humanity. My beautiful friends, that's not true. But anyway, we have taken that because a lot of lies and manipulations that SOULESS, AMMA have projected towards each and towards humanity, actually, through their books and religious, they lie and manipulate humanity. So we took that as they said, that the Jesus was died on the cross, and then in order to save the humanity. So why we are accepting that, just to take the energy behind that of saving the humanity and destroying those SOULESS, AMMA. So which means that Jesus didn't die on the cross. On the cross died those SOULESS, AMMA from within the Jesus. But the side that is light, that is mind and aspect of light, is going to be into the spiritual and energetic form, alive forever. So those SOULESS, AMMA died on the cross forever and ever, which means we take them straight into the hell to burn them forever and ever. But my beautiful friends, so now the people, when they're coloring the eggs, so the most color that they're using is red, which is associated with the blood. But now what we're going to do, we're taking now, in the name of mind and aspect of light, with the spirit of thought by default, we are breaking completely destroying all those rituals. We completely destroy all those SOULESS, AMMA in every form, wherever they are, in whatever form they are, all the SOULESS codes. We wipe them out, destroy them completely. At the same time, we're multiplying the karma's pain and suffering to those SOULESS, AMMA in every form, wherever they are, by the laws, rules, and regulations, in the name of mind and aspect of light, for the spirit of thought by default, and the multiplying back, adding, and of course compressing into those ultimatum all in one. Karma's pain is suffering and therapy to those souls. Some that will regret ever, that they will regret that they existed, and they'll be breaking to the pieces, into the atoms and electrons, or with the speed of thought by default forever and ever, into the hell. They will burn forever and ever with the speed of thought by default, and we multiply the karmas back for everything that they created, that they did anything with the dark agenda or dark intention, with the using the X and the color that they were using, especially red. So everything, or the bread with the money that you put inside, then when you're breaking the bread, to look for the money, to search for the money. So you were searching for the money which is associated with abundance and prosperity. But those souls, some were associating that with something different. But we didn't accept that. They had the dark agenda, placing the technology inside the earth, but we didn't accept that. It's all. When I say it's all, which means I'm rejecting all the associations, which means that those souls that associated the money inside the bread, they were trying to associate the bread with the earth and the money with the any kind of technology that they were trying to place. But we are associating with the technology that is by default, that is for the highest and greatest good of humanity. So when they were giving the blessings with the bread rolls, bread, and then wine. You know why? Because actually they said that is because Jesus died on the cross for humanity, to save the humanity. So we are now, in the name of mine and asking unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, we are taking that energy, as they said that Jesus died to save the humanity. So we are taking the energy behind that from all of those religions and all of those rituals that those souls were creating, doing, and then distilling energy. So now we are taking all that energy back, if hasn't been taken, because I've been talking about the religious, but not about the specific, not about the those rituals, religious rituals with the public holidays. So we're taking all that energy right now. And of course, whatever they did doing, we'll try to do any kind of religious with any kind of dark rituals with the dark intentions into any religion with the spirit of thought in the name of mine and us, pure unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, commanding to SOPHIE and everything that is mine and us, pure unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, to work through every soul that is mine and us, pure unconditional light in every form, so that we destroy those souls and the dark, dirty rituals and take the power and back, take the energy back, and then return it into the form of karma, pain, and suffering to all those souls, whatever form they are, wherever they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of, my beautiful friends, now we are, because they were saying that is for the protection of humanity, we are by that, because everything that they were talking about and saying, and what we did, people believed in that and did it with open heart and soul, of course. So that's why we are taking the energy. Well, those souls, whatever they were doing behind the back with the dark, dirty intention, that goes to them into the form of karma, pain, and suffering. We are destroying them, and we at the same time taking the energy behind that they were creating, that we're stealing from humanity. So now, in the name of mine and now, pure unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, we are multiplying the karma, pain, and suffering to those souls and to us blessings with the spirit of thought by default, by all those rituals, all the ceremony, all the associations, all the curse, spells, hexes, and voodoo, magic, or anything, any quotes and everything and anything that does any kind of programs, any kind of superstitions, any kind of anything that those beliefs that are not serving us, and everything and anything that those souls have ever projecting, will ever try to project to each and everyone else and everything that is mine and ours, pure unconditional light, with the dark intention. We destroy all those souls in the name of mine and ours, pure unconditional light, with the spirit of thought by default. You get all take out all the energy that is that's being polarized with the dark intention. against the Sophie and everything's man and aspect of light. We destroy all those soulless in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. Wipe out all those soulless and all the rituals and everything they've created in the name of mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought. We send all those soulless we break them into the atoms and electrons and send them straight into the hell, activating them all the pain and suffering, eternal destructions and the eternal hell to burn into the hell forever and ever. In the name of man and aspect of light to the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Oh, soulless summer, go to hell, go to hell. Oh, soulless summer, go to hell, go to hell. Forever and ever, all soulless summer, burning in hell, burning in hell. All soulless summer, burning in hell, forever and ever, for eternity. All the soulless summer gonna burn into hell forever and ever, for eternity. In the name of man and aspect of light, we're breaking them into the pieces, into atoms and electrons, and send them into the desert planet or into the hell forever and ever to be burned. In the name of mine and now speak the shell of light with the spirit of thought without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mighty Father. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, so now behind all of that, we're taking the energy and destroying the soulless AMMA. So what you need to be aware during these public holidays, especially those religious, any kind of holiday, what you're going to do to protect yourself, protect your energy. You're going to say, when you do whatever you do, set up the intention, everything is by default. Which means you are protected things by default, which means all those soulless AMMA that will ever try to do any kind of dark, dirty work, any kind of magic or any kind of rituals or anything that is less than mine and aspect of light to project towards you or steal your energy in any way, which means we are stopping them, destroying them, returning them, all the everything, the dark intention into the form of karmas, pain and suffering, and placing them straight into the hell with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We do all of that without mercy and with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So which means, my beautiful friends, we destroy those soulless AMMA while we are protecting our energy. You're protecting your energy. And of course, you may say, everything is by default. I'm returning those the karmas. Actually say it first. Flashcam soulless AMMA, or flashcam means I'm destroying. I'm destroying the soulless AMMA with everything that I'm doing with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. In that way, my beautiful friends, those soulless AMMA cannot manipulate with your energy because you are aware of that. Because you're aware of that, and now you know it. I've set up the intention for everyone that is mine and aspect of light, that is by default, and that it's active intention that everything that we see, think, hear, do, or any kind of wear or any kind of projections of those soulless AMMA, that everything is by default, which means that those soulless AMMA cannot manipulate with energy, without energy. But now if you set the intention as well on that, which means you are conscious, you're aware of the things around you, you're aware of everything that's going on, then you are stopping, you're protecting even more yourself and your energy. And of course, man and aspect of light is there to help and support you and to guide you. It's the same time those soulless AMMA materialize those public holidays, and they're trying to manipulate with energy. So for the Christmas, usually people buying the gifts. Those soulless AMMA made them really materialize them and create them. Actually, to be just because of the public holiday, to give somebody the gifts, but not because you love them, you appreciate them, or you respect them. So I've heard a lot of people saying, "Well, I got the gifts for the kids. They got the gifts for the Christmas, but they didn't like it, so they were not happy with that." My beautiful friends, don't let your happiness to depend on anyone, on anything, not especially on any material things. Be happy, because the happiness, without any reason, because happiness within yourself. And you know, there is a book, I think, Be Happy Without Reason. I think I'm not sure who was the author of that. I think it's a Hitchcock. I'm not sure. So it doesn't matter, but the saying is true. Be happy without a reason. What does it mean? That, my beautiful friends, means that the happiness is within yourself, within your heart and soul. So we don't need to depend on any kind of material things or anyone, on anything to be happy. But of course, when we are with the people that we love, when we are doing what we love, of course, we are happy. But we need to, we have the happiness within ourselves, and we need to be first happy by ourselves. Actually, we're never alone. We have more forms of codes, energetic, actually souls within our bodies. So we are never alone. But when I'm talking just about the physical form. So now, my beautiful friends, we are happy naturally. That's natural emotion of happiness. Well, those souls, we're projecting the sadness, any kind of other emotions that we're projecting, they're not ours. I've been talking about that. So you need to understand that if you feel any kind of other emotions, know that they're not yours. And what you're going to do, fire back at those souls, when they're trying to manipulate with me, when they're trying to steal the energy, or when they were trying when they are trying to manipulate with the energy, and to try, even though that everything is really done, that it's the end of those souls, at the end of their dark, dirty games, and those souls still want to play the game. So of course I'm firing back with I'm firing back at them with I'm loud and clear. I'm very, very, very loud and clear, and of course angry, and then firing up at them with all my power and destroying them with the speed of thought by default. So you turn that energy of anything that they project, that is lesser man and aspect of light, towards the docile Sama, and return them into the destructive energy. Make it destructive energy for docile Sama. That's what I'm doing, because when they're trying to manipulate, they're trying to make me angry. So they're trying and then to steal the energy. But of course, the energy angriness is this, but it's going through my body, and I'm deciding what I'm going to do with that. And you need to decide as well what you're going to do with those negative emotions. And so we turn them into the destructive energy for those souls. Sama. So fire back at them, and they multiply them, the karmas, pain, and suffering, destroy them forever, and send them straight into hell. What I'm doing, put them in the circle of light. I'm sending them into the hell, into the white, into the light planet, golden light planet, into the hell that I created them. So that's what you're gonna do when you feel the energy. What I do when I feel the negative energy and negative emotions, that I'm actually not the negative emotions, but yes, they're projecting the fear, and of course trying to energetically interfere into everything that I'm doing. But of course, whatever they do, what I'm doing, I'm listening to them, and sometimes I'm not answering, I'm just listening. I'm not accepting anything from them that is less than man and aspect of light. But of course, with eternal knowledge, I know what's true, so I will just accept the things that are right, that is by default, and the rest I will return them into the form of karma, pain, and suffering with the speed of thought by default, without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, I set up the laws, rules, and regulations. So by default, that override all other laws, rules, and regulations. It will be written in the public. It will be available to everyone when I start doing the publicly work physically. So by now, for now, they are available to everyone that is included into the project, that's into the energetic form, or actually in energetic form, all those that are involved into the project in the physical and energetic form, and of course from the spiritual way, those laws, rules, and regulations, so by default are available to everyone. So I'm always saying those souls, some that playing the dark, dirty games, as long as they're into the project, they must know the laws, the rules, and regulations, or by default, if they don't know them, by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, we're applying them and destroying them in the name of man and spiritual shalom light, with the spirit of thought of destroying all those souls, sama, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now, my beautiful friends, all those rituals that they were doing during the those public holidays, but not just the religious, but any other public holidays. They were created behind some of those SOULESS AMMA were choosing at some point of time the SOULESS AMMA were choosing the date, because they were coding the numbers and the dates, and then of course the words. They were coding with the energy and making the code. So the code is the word. So now they were coding the energy. They're coding the words with the energy, making them energetic codes. And of course, they were actually adding the energy to the meaning to the words. So they were trying to manipulate with it to steal the energy from the people. But now, my beautiful friends, what are we going to do? Well, actually, we've done that already. We've decoded. We've decoded all the, I've told you about the language when I was talking about that I'm going to change the language of the English language and all other languages. I've done that, not the writing, not the way into the way we write it down or the way we speak it. We not the spoken or the written, but the energy of the meaning and the meaning of the language and the words. So now we are destroying the SOULESS AMMA in every form that we've done already. We decoded all the, of course, all the languages, all the words, everything, prayers we decoded, because the SOULESS AMMA were coding the prayers. Amen. They were coded with energy with the negativity meaning, which negative meaning, but we changed that. So now we use it to confirm the prayers that what we pray, or the blessings. When you send the blessings, when we send the blessings to each other, we just say amen, which means we are confirming that, we are sure that we send them on and ask light, and amen, it's a code, and it's as well returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those SOULESS AMMA, well, blessings to each and every one of us, and still multiplying everything, that all the blessings that we do, or the prayers and everything. So, which means now we got all the codes. There was a time when we were working, they had to, just before I became by default, actually that was at that time that they had to give all the codes to SOPHIE. So they had to give all the codes to SOPHIE that they had. So we got them all. And then, of course, at that time when I became by default. So after that, of course, when we got all the codes, they don't have a power anymore. We are changing them, and of course, turning them into advantage, into the blessings for us. And then, of course, the karma, pain, and suffering to those SOULESS AMMA. With the spirit of thought, in the name of man and aspect of shall light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I love you. So now the numbers as well. My beautiful friends, when I was still active on the social media, and I was looking through the groups and everywhere, who was, what was going on, and of course the energy I was following, I was looking who was doing what, and of course I was listening to one American guy that was talking about the numbers. But he was saying, really, he didn't. I was just thinking, what is he doing? Why is he talking? What he's talking about that he's not even aware. He was talking about the numbers, but he never really described any meaning of the numbers. What he was doing, the numbers, the SOULESS AMMA, that they were coded with the letters. Actually, what they do, the ABC, the word it is A, B, C, D. So they put the numbers underneath each letter. That's how the Q got the 17th letter, and that's how they were doing. The Q is 17th letter. So 1 and 7, it's 8. So what they're trying to manipulate with that, it's 8 is usually used to be their birthday. So, but what we were doing now, we're destroying those SOULESS AMMA in the name of their birthday and send them straight into hell. They have the hell. They have the beginning, the hell into the hell, and by the in the name of the fake love. And of course, we're destroying them now. Flashcam Soulless Amma. We're destroying them completely forever and ever without mercy, in the name of mind and aspect of our life, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. So my beautiful friends, what he was doing, he was just taking the names, and then he didn't really decode. He didn't say any meaning about any number. So what he was saying, he was just telling the numbers, taking Donald Trump, and he was just calculating the numbers and what number is at the end, what number it comes that is Donald Trump. And then, of course, he was decoding like that, not the decoding, but just giving the numbers, but he didn't explain the meaning. And I was, I watched a couple of those, of his recordings, and I was just wondering, what is he doing? What is the meaning? What's the point of that? Now I understand. At that time, I wasn't really sure what was he trying to say. But of course, I'm sure he wasn't aware what he was doing, because he was just calculating the numbers, and of course just saying, now Ivanka Trump is 55, and then I'm not sure which one, and Eric, and he was decoding those that are on the public, those that are already the popular that are in the power people. And now I understand why, because at that time, actually, he didn't say anything. He didn't explain the meaning of the numbers. I'm sure he didn't know, but the Soulless Amma were using him to do that. To do that in order to misuse the energy. So my beautiful friends, what I did, we decoded the numbers, everything that they coded the numbers, and we decoded them, and then we coded them with the energy for us. So the one is beginning for those Soulless Amma. It means the beginning onto this dusted planet or into the hell with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And for us, it's a new beginning into the golden age. I'm loud and clear with the spirit of thought by default. So this two is separations of those Soulless Amma. We are separating the Soulless Amma from the SOPHIE, from Ananaspia Light, and of course we are separating from them, from the those Soulless Amma, and then of course returning the karma's pain and suffering. Forever and ever, for eternity, to burn into hell with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, for us, the number 2 is a unity. Unity in the name of mind and aspect of our life with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, what was that? The tree. Tree they used to use it for the Trinity into the rituals that they were doing in the name of the Father, Mother, God, and the Son. So now they use that. So now we are returning the karma's pain and suffering in the name of the Trinity, and with the spirit of thought by default, showing those Soulless Amma forever and ever. Well, for us is in the name of mind and now speaking the shadow of light through the spirit of thought by default. We are blessing. That's blessings, and of course unity and joy, peace, and bliss and freedom, whatever we creating that is by default from mind and now speaking the shadow of light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So number 4. They use it for different purpose that they were trying to manipulate with the energy. But the number 4, it's a completely distractions of those Soulless Amma. Completely distractions of those Soulless Amma in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So what I'm doing now, my beautiful friends, I'm decoding now the numbers. I've done already, but I'm doing it publicly in English with intention to get the energy behind him or anyone on everything that coded any kind of energy, that did any kind of work with the numbers, and those Soulless Amma that were coding the energy, coding the numbers and then stealing the energy. So the 4 for us is a protection. Number 4 for us is a protection, and of course it's safety and protection. So number 5 for the Soulless Amma is completely collapse in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. for us is protection and safety with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, the number 5 is a success for us. For success in every way, by default, in the name of man and aspect shall light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Number 6, those soulless AMMA use it into the rituals. They use it into the rituals, but I made them double Trinity to multiply them over and over again, the karma's pain and suffering in the name of the Trinity. All the pain and suffering, returning it back to the soulless AMMA in the name of the double Trinity with the spirit of thought by default, and destroying those soulless AMMA, placing them straight into the hell in the name of man and aspect shall life with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, number 6 is for us. Now we have double man and aspect shall life with the spirit of thought by default. We are multiplying the double or more the blessings of man and aspect shall life with the spirit of thought by default, from my heart and soul by default. So now I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Number 7 is meaning of the 7 is the soulless selfish love. Selfish love, actually they didn't have love, it's a hate. So now for them, the meaning. So now what I added up to the meaning is completely distractions of those soulless AMMA in every form in the name of this selfish love, selfish desire, and the distractions and the flash come. And we are destroying them forever and ever in the name of man and aspect of life for the spirit of thought by default. When they have another 7, that's then multiplying the distractions of pain and suffering over and over again. In the name of the selfish desire and selfish love and all the material things and all the karmas, pain and suffering that they were created. And then triple as well in the name of they actually double is multiplying and of course separating the soulless AMMA from Sophie, from everything's man and aspect of light, and from themselves, and then multiplying the karmas, pain and suffering in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So the 7 is for us, mind and aspect of light from my heart and soul in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Number 8, those soulless AMMA were coded with the 8, with the infinity, and actually the birthday of wiping out all those and destroying all those soulless AMMA in every form with the spirit of thought by default. Multiply all of that, all the pain and suffering by the laws, rules, and regulations, by everything that I said, the intention, and of course, and those soulless AMMA and then multiplying too. In the name of man and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So anytime those soulless AMMA trying to manipulate, when I touch my face or when they're irritating me energetically on my nose or anywhere on the cheek or anywhere. So what's meaning? That's the meaning. I set up the intention that whatever they're doing, whatever they touch or irritate me energetically on my face, or that I touch my face or anywhere on my body, that's meaning the distractions of those soulless AMMA in every form, we're destroying them forever and ever by the laws, rules, and regulations, multiplied over and over again with the spirit of thought by default. So now I'm added up that everything that they had intention to multiply by all their dark, dirty intention and their dark, dirty goals and everything that they set up with the spirit of thought by default, multiply all of that over and over again and return it into the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, eternal hell, destructions to all those soulless AMMA forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, for us, it's a protection. So when I'm saying I'm showing all the soulless AMMA, flush comes soulless AMMA. Flush comes soulless summer, which means I'm destroying the soulless summer wherever they are, whatever form they are, using the codes actually there by the laws, rules, regulations that I've set up already, and then multiply by the intention that they set up already. Because mind and aspect of light is much more powerful than the fake love and then the energy, and of course they are powerless. And of course, by laws, by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default override all other laws, rules, and regulations. So those souls, I'm going to be destroying them with their code, and of course with the intention, and of course by the multiply by my intention, my laws, rules, and regulations, so by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Ito. When I say ito, which means I multiply all of that, I'm not accepting anything. I'm rejecting anything that's less than man and spiritual light. I told you, I'm rejecting everything that any kind of the dark agenda, and it's showing those souls. Some are multiplying them over and over again. The karma's pain is suffering, returning back to the soul. Some I'm sending them straight into the hell forever and ever, to be burned forever and ever for eternity. All those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, 8 is they set up the 8 number to be their birthday. Soulless Samrita, even I'm not sure really. I'm not sure. I don't think that she had a birthday on 8 of number 8 the date. I'm not sure what month was, but actually they said it as their birthday. So now in the name of an infinite. So now we are. Everything's by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default. What I did, I just decoded that, and I just coded with the destructions, pain, and suffering to all those soulless Sama in the name of their birthday, and all the karma, so birthday, and all those everything that they ever associated with the birthdays, with the cakes, with the songs, with everything, with the all celebrations of the birthday, in every way, or all the karmas, pain, and suffering that they ever created, projected towards each and everyone and everything, we multiply them into the infinity, and with the spirit of thought by default, by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, I return it back to the soulless Sama in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, now and for us, it's a double luck and good luck, and then of course happiness and joy, peace and bliss. Even though when I was at primary school, in number 8, I always used to say, actually I always think about 8 as a double luck, double happiness and joy, peace and bliss. So that's, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, 8 could be unity, because we have the 8, like the 2 small circles. So it could be unity for us, that is mine and us, Shalom light, with the spirit of thought by default in infinite, forever and ever. In the name of mine and us, Shalom light, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Number 9 is the end of those soulless Sama. So number 9 is the end of those soulless Sama in every form, whatever form they are. So in the name of mine and aspect of light, to the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. And of course, it's a beginning of those soulless Sama into the desert planet, or onto the desert planet, or into the hell. Forever and ever, in the name of mine and aspect of light, with the spirit of thought without mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So which means, my beautiful friends, number 10 is, of course, destructions of those. Number 9 is the destructions of those soulless Sama, and of course we send them straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever. Number 9 for us is abundance and prosperity. So number 9 is abundance. See, we have the like the ball, and that, which means associated with the abundance and prosperity for us, and of course joy and peace and bliss, and of course new beginning, because from the 9 it goes to 10 is 1, which means new beginning to the golden age. So number 9 for us, and 1 is abundance and prosperity into the golden age with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, so now Philip was working on the Philip and my beautiful golden soul. Thank you. He was working on the with his goals, and he was posting the all his goals and everything. Was writing the 99999. So that was the and with the intention to put the end on those soulless summer. So thank you for that, my beautiful friends. And now we got it more the structures of those soulless summer, at the end of those soulless summer with the spirit of thought by default loud and clear. Thank you so for my golden soul, my golden by default. Will we have abundance and prosperity and golden age for us with the spirit of thought by default for all of us that are mine and our spiritual life with the spirit of thought by default. And I'm multiplying all of that by every letter that you've written, every number, every and all of us, you and all of you, my beautiful friends, and all of you that doing great job, especially all of you that have the mission that with your blessings. So thank you to all of you. You know who I am. You have the blessings and you know the mission with to create a unity of us, our soulmates and families and friends. Thank you to all of you. So of course to all of you that sending the love and blessings. Thank you, and keep it going, my beautiful friends. We are generating the energy, and then we're destroying those souls somehow with that energy. I'm multiplying it over and over and over again. So now what we do, now with that, we're destroying the soulless summer and multiplying the karma's pain and suffering by the laws, rules, and regulations, and or by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, multiplied by every letter, every number that you've written, every word, every karmas and pain and suffering that you return to those soulless summer, blessings to us, and every golden letter, and every atom and electron energy that we have created, generated, and invested in every cycle, in every second, by default. In the name of mine and our spiritual life with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Everything's by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default with the spirit of thought. And of course, we are multiplying all of that by everything, all the everything that those souls are created, all the pain and suffering, returning them, multiplying the pain and suffering over and over again. And to us, we are returning and multiplying the blessings with the spirit of thought by default, all through ultimatum, all in one, 24 with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is there by the law. Everything is by default. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations with the spirit of thought by default. And everything is under the command and control of SOPHIE, and everything is with the spirit of thought by default, and everything is ultimatum, all in one, 24, with the spirit of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default, and everything is without mercy, to destroying all those souls, someone with the spirit of thought by default, and from the heart and soul, we're sending the love and blessings to us, with the spirit of thought by default. I love you, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. So, of course, we are multiplying all of that with the spirit of thought by default in NKODE infinite. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, so what was going on? I'm sure you came across, actually, you know that the those soulless summer, I'm sure you've seen it on the net. Some people were writing 8, 3 or 4, 8, and then calling it God's, I think God's messages or something like that. I'm not sure that, but they were using it that, of course, if they're using it with a good intention, that's going to apply mine and aspect of light, of course, the laws, the rules, and regulations by default. So when you do it with intention, of course, when they say God power or everything and the blessings, yes, from mine and aspect of light, from the light, that light side, not the dark ones. So the light side is blessing. So all of those people that didn't know the meaning of the numbers, actually they were using with the intention, with the good intention to be the blessing. We are turning into the blessing now in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default, with the spirit of thought by default. And we are turning in all to without mercy to those souls, some in the form of karma, pain, and suffering and destructions with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, Ito, with the spirit of thought by default. Thank you, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Ito. So my beautiful friends, so those souls, some of them manipulating with the numbers and then recording them with the energy, and then where they were arranging and placing the into the certain days to be those public holidays, and then use the coding energy to manipulate with the energy of the people. Now they cannot do anymore. Whenever they try to do so, we destroy them. We're taking them energy and activating the all the karmas, pain, and suffering, and returning back into the form of karmas, sending them straight into the hell with the spirit of thought by default. All those souls, whatever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Even those now that coming holidays in on the Balkan, in my country, and whoever celebrating Vaskas, what we're saying, or the Jesus is coming, right? So that they know that the Jesus on the cross, that they're coloring the eggs and everything. We're now behind all of that, taking the energy of the people, energy, of course, and then they're returning the karmas, pain, and suffering behind those soul, and behind all those rituals, all those souls, some of the spirit of thought by default. So there is no second coming of Jesus. There is only mind and aspect shell of a light with the spirit of thought by default. And in that mind and aspect shell of a light, of course, those light souls that were within the Jesus are, of course, within the light, mind and aspect shell of a light. Those that are dark from the dark souls, those souls, they are, of course, they are going into the hell with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you so, thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. That's what they were trying to create, the magic into the air. They created that, and to create, that's what they created. We destroyed that project completely, and we took the energy behind that. With the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, now 11, and the actually 0. 0 is for those souls, is completely it's abundance and prosperity into the karmas, pain, and suffering, and the therapy. Because in the circle, and then, of course, returning the karmas, pain, and suffering, all of all those circles, and everything that they associate with them, and all the rituals that they did. In the name of man and now spiritual shalom light with the spirit of thought by default, which means 0 is abundance of prosperity for those souls, in abundance of prosperity of karmas, pain, suffering, and therapy, and eternal hell forever and ever, eternal destructions. In the name of man and now spiritual shalom light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. With that mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. And for us, of course, my beautiful friends, for us, 0, I'm gonna take it as abundance of prosperity, of course, because as a protection. I'm gonna take it for us, 0 protection. 0 is a protection for us, and of course, safety and security, and of course, abundance and prosperity. In the name of man and now spiritual shall of light, because the 0 and the 9 is abundance and prosperity. In the name of man and now spiritual shall of light, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, after that, the meaning of all of those. 1, 1, double meaning of the 1 is a double meaning. 1, 2, you've got 1 and 2, meaning of 1, which is the beginning of those souls, into the desert planet and the hell. And the number 2 is the separations, which means we are completely separating the souls from Sophie, and then separating from themselves, and then destroying them and displacing them into the hell. And 1 and 2 are 3, which means in the name of they that they had a Trinity actually. So we say in the name of the Trinity that they had, now we are placing them into the hell for eternity in the name of man and aspect of light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, so now all of those like that, because they were using those the numbers coded and then rituals. So now we decode it, we coded them publicly, because It's all. So we destroy all of those souls, some from within and without. It's time to let them go straight into the hell for eternity in the name of man. And I'll speak the shell of life, the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden medical. And of course, we are now publicly, when I'm coding them, decoded their meaning and they code it without meaning, with mine and unconditional light, by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, which means now publicly we are sending the karmas, pain, and suffering behind all of those numbers, all the rituals that they ever did, all the pain and suffering that they ever created, anything that they did by using the numbers, date, and any kind of number. So we are now destroying those souls, AMMA, and we are taking the energy back behind that they ever did, and then of course, and then returning them into the form of karmas, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, but we are blessing ourselves. So now, my beautiful friends, the souls, AMMA, now they know now where they need to go. It's time for them to feel the pain and suffering that they were creating to others for a long time. Now we're going to sum up all of that and of course multiply it and increase it to the maximum, all those codes with the spirit of thought by default without mercy, and return it back to the soul, AMMA, in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. It's on. So my beautiful friends, so that's the same way with the numbers, with the words that they code it, with everything. So we've done already. So now whatever they did, usually they were doing the rituals based on the Trinity. So now we destroy that Trinity. We've destroyed that Trinity, and of course taking the energy and returning the karmas, pain, and suffering. So whatever they do now, and any kind of anything that they're manipulating with their energy, trying to manipulate with their energy, we are destroying those souls, AMMA, taking them straight into hell forever and ever to be burned with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. It's all. So, my beautiful friends, now be aware of those rituals during all those religious, any kind of public holiday. What you're gonna do, just my beautiful friends, be aware. Say everything is by default. I'm returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls, AMMA, burning those souls, AMMA, forever and ever, destroying those souls, AMMA, forever and ever, send them straight into the hell, and returning the karmas, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. And of course, you set up the intention, you bless yourself, you bless the food, you say everything's by default. When you say everything is by default, you bless the food, you bless yourself, you bless your family, and protect your energy. So in that way, my beautiful friends, you're going to stop those souls, AMMA, to steal your energy. You're going to stop them and return their karma, pain, and suffering, while you're going to enjoy your food and, of course, create the unity with your family and friends and everything. Set up the intention that you're creating the unity with your family, the way you join together for the dinner, and of course, and you have everything in abundance on the table. So make it now, my beautiful friends, to be unity of the family and friends and soulmates and abundance and prosperity. And in the name of man and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So usually, if somebody give you the gift, the beautiful friends, as I talked about, I just mentioned it. It's enough to mention it in order to get the energy behind that. So the gift behind the Christmas, during the Christmas time, to materialize it. As now the people are buying gifts to each other, but they're thinking what to buy, and then they buy something that other people. So when they buy, the people don't like it, and then they're disappointed, or they, my beautiful friends, don't look at the gift as how much it's worth, how much it costs. Look at the gift as a symbol of love. Actually, it's a love. It's attention that somebody pay attention to you, and of course, that somebody love you and support you and respect you. That's the meaning of the gift. Not just how much it costs, how much somebody invested into that and invest into that gift. So be happy that somebody just thought about you and was kind enough to love, respect you, and buy you a gift. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, give it to somebody else who will. So that's, my beautiful friends, what you need to remember. If you don't like something that you have, that you got, don't keep it. Some people think, my beautiful friends, if somebody gave you a gift, and if you don't like that gift, some people think that I have to keep it, and that like in respect to the person that gave it to you, to give them to you. If you got a gift from me or from anyone else, so if you don't like it, you don't need to keep it, my beautiful friends. A lot of people do so, just and staying those gifts, staying for a long time, not being used, and of course that's the energy that's staying there, that's been stuck. So what you're going to do, if you got a gift from somebody that you don't like it, that you're not going to use it, gift it to somebody else with intention, so that you have the abundance and prosperity and love and respect, everything from the energy, with the energy of love and respect that is being gifted to you. You gift it to somebody else with the same intention, which means you're going to get the blessing, and the other person that you gave it to, that's going to love it and use it, is going to be blessed too. So that's what you're going to do, my beautiful friends. Don't keep your gift. If you got the gift, if you don't like it, if you're not going to use it, don't keep it. Don't leave it somewhere to stay there and to stay and just to that's the energy, the stuck energy. Let it be used, that energy, be created, actually let it multiply those blessings, multiply them. And those are the blessings which means love and respect, that somebody gave it to you and they bless you. So don't let it stay somewhere in some place, but just gift it to somebody else if you don't like it. That's what I do. Sometimes the SOULESS AMMA ask me, what else a gift? So how could you give a gift that you received to somebody else? Exactly. Because if I'm not going to use it, I'm going to gift it to somebody else that's going to use it. So it's going to be somebody else is going to be happy. And of course, he's going to use it. So that's the energy of the blessings is multiplying for myself or for them. And for those people that gift it to me or to you, which means it goes in all ways. So when somebody gave me a gift, so they bless those people, usually whoever gives me a gift, blessing me, and they've been blessed, I'm blessing them, they've been blessed, they're blessing me. If I give that gift to somebody else, I'm blessing them. So now the one that bought the gift is going to get more multiply blessings. So from me, from the person that's using it. And of course, we are blessing each other. So that's the meaning of that, my beautiful friends, of the gifts and everything that you need to know, that you need to take in, and that you need to accept it, and not to keep it just if you don't like it. So that's is going to change everything in your life. If you do so, you change the perception of something, the meaning of something, you're going to change everything. That's what you need to remember. That's the power that we have within ourselves. We are rejecting everything that is less than mine and asking unconditional love and light, and accepting only that is mine and asking unconditional love and light for the spirit of thought by default. That's what those SOULESS AMMA were giving me, a lot of lies and manipulations and stories. So many different stories, but I'm not accepting them. I'm accepting only the things that are by default, only that I love to do, that accept that is going to serve us, help and support us. Know that even if it's true, something that's happened in the past, if it's true, if it's not nice, if it's not by default, I'm not going to accept it. So I'm just going to accept the things that are right, that are by default. When I say right, which means that by default, that is going to help and support us as service. That's what you're going to do. Accept the only things that you love, and be focused on the things that you love. And love what you do what you love. And that's you're going to protect yourself and your energy and your family, your friends, and everyone around you. And of course, you're going to adapt to the light. And that's why, my beautiful friends, you are becoming aware of the things, and then you becoming your own creator. You're going to create your future instead of let somebody else to do so. So, if you are not aware of the things what's going on, if you're not creating your future, some of those SOULESS AMMA will try to do so. So don't let them do so. Send them straight into hell, and then let us be your creators and create our future together, consciously. in the name of mine and ask me share our light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. That's what you need to do, my beautiful friends. Now, behind everything that I touch up, and actually we're taking the abundance, we're taking the energy behind all those gifts and all that we're gifting. It doesn't matter what kind of gift is. We're taking the energy and returning into those souls, karma, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Or if you don't really like it, throw it away and just return the karma in, and then associate it with the karma, pain, and suffering, and throw it away and return the karma, pain, and suffering to those souls with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, when I completed the part of the project, the part of the project, actually the returning with karma, pain, and suffering of those soulless AMMA. So I threw out from my place where I was living, I threw out everything, and threw out everything, all the appliances, everything that I had in the kitchen, cutleries and everything. And then of course I threw my clothes, almost everything that I wear only this color, and of course the pink color. So that's represent mine and aspect yellow light, yellow, gold, and the pink. So now, my beautiful friends, all other colors, I throw out almost everything, and I had a lot of things and that were gifted to me. And that I had, not a lot, but I had. But of course, I had new things that I bought, new clothes that I bought that I never wear them. I had the new appliances, new in the kitchen, everything that I never use them. But I throw them away, associate them with the karma, pain, and suffering, and those soulless AMMA, and then just pack them into the box, and then associate them with those soulless AMMA, be packed into the box, and with the karmas, and then I take them straight into the rubbish, into the container of the rubbish, and of course, I associate the soulless AMMA with the rubbish. So, which means we took all of, returned them the karma, pain, and suffering together with all the soulless AMMA. We took them straight into the hell for eternity to burn forever and ever for eternity in the name of mine and ask me a life for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And one more thing, I throw out all of that with my left hand. So why? Because they said to me that I've said, that I made a word, that I will return the karma's pain and suffering to the soulless AMMA with my left hand. And my beautiful friends, can you imagine that I had a lot of things I was buying just because of the project? I was buying all the colors when I started. It was first the blue, but the green, but then after that came pink and yellow. So everything that I was finding on those colors I was buying, and then of course a lot of things I didn't use. But the soulless AMMA were taking me to buy, giving me the information to buy. Of course I was buying with intention, so all of that was blessings for us and the karmas and pain and suffering to those soulless AMMA. So I throw all of that with the left hand and just from the room, I just took it outside in the corridor, and then after that outside of the house. So then after that I had to place it into the box, and then with one hand, and then of course I then took it into the containers, into the rubbish. So my beautiful friends, so return the karma's pain and suffering to all those soulless AMMA. When I did that, those soulless AMMA had to accept the karma's pain and suffering. And of course, I will talk about that, but just I'm going to touch on that subject just to get the energy. So when I was returning the karma's pain and suffering at that time, when it was that's the part of the most important part that we destroyed also all the summer, return the karma's pain and suffering. So I was singing my my anthem, and of course I was singing this the song that I was writing, that is for the healing and protection of humanity, and and of course and the golden hearts, and of course it was returning the karma's pain and suffering. And of course, the SOULESS AMMA, TEHADT representatives, some of those that gave me the name, I'm not going to go with the name because they gave me the name of those, somebody that was following me. So I'm sure the person didn't know that, but they were manipulating with her energy. So anyway, they had to accept SOULESS AMMA, had to accept the karma's pain and suffering. Well, I was, when I was asking them to accept the karmas, she was looking down into the, into the floor, and of course she would just, she just didn't say anything. I shut her down completely. She had to accept the karma's pain and suffering, and of course that's what they're doing right now. The SOULESS AMMA had to accept the karma's pain and suffering, all the karmas that we return to them, and then of course pain and suffering, and all of those that are multiplying, that will multiply. I said we will be returning the karma's pain and suffering until we return them all, forever and ever. They will be burning into a hell, because when I find out, I know a lot of what they've been doing, but not everything that they've been doing. So when the people find out what those SOULESS AMMA were doing, so now everyone's got the right to return them the karma's pain and suffering, and that's what they're gonna feel, all those SOULESS AMMA in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are. We're going to place them into the desert planet and into the hell, and they will have to feel that pain and suffering, go through it without mercy, in the name of man, and ask me to share light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm sorry. Many times I ask them, do you need more karmas? You still have not enough karmas. So those SOULESS AMMA, many times we're saying, they're giggling like, oh, they got away with, like they got away without karmas. I said, they thought that they got away, but they didn't, because they were multiplying the karmas individually and by the group and the collective. So multiply them over and over again. So the SOULESS AMMA is gonna burn forever and ever for eternity, into the hell, into karmas and pain and suffering with the spirit of thought, without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I love you. So especially those that still want to try, that still want to play the dark, dirty games, like the karma is multiplying over and over again. By every breath that we take, every step that we make, and everything that we think and see and do and hear, and all their projections and everything, and multiply everything by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default, with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, everything is an NKODE in infinite. With the spirit, I'm loud and clear with the spirit of thought. I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything that's mine, and ask me to share my light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer my call, my command with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, everything is everything is under the command, the control of Sophie, and everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, touch upon many subjects, and of course it's very important for you to know this information so that you can protect yourself and your family, and of course your energy. And then in that way, when you are aware of the things what's going on, you are consciously creating your future and returning the karma's pain and suffering to those SOULESS AMMA with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. To. The beautiful friends, to is a meaning, ito. To is a meaning of eternal peace and victory. So of course, it's a destructive energy for those SOULESS AMMA, and it's a blessing for ourselves. And of course, there's a karma's pain and suffering to those SOULESS AMMA, and the blessings to ourselves. So use it, my beautiful friends. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. My beautiful friends, let us now focus on ourselves. Let us now focus on your heart center. Focus on your heart center. Just listen to your body. And just let us fill our body, our heart center, fill it up with the golden light, of mind and now speak with love light with the speed of thought by default. And expand it. Feel entire body from within and out. See, we have 4 centers. Actually, we have more, but I made them in 4. So we have at the center, the bottom of the 5th, heart center. And we have the throat center and the head center. Throat center is a center of communication, and the head center is a third eye. So now, just see all of those centers are shining brightly and creating one huge golden ball and light, huge golden light around you, golden ball of light around you. And then let us feel entire area, entire place where you are, entire area, entire city, entire country, an entire world, entire planet, and entire universe. We fill with mind and now speak a light for the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Just listen to your body and know that you are filled with golden light, and everything around you, within and without and around, and entire planet, entire universe is shining brightly with mind and now speak a light for the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. I'm sorry. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send the love, light, and blessings from our heart to the center of our beautiful planet inside the earth. See the center is shining brightly. I'll just add up more light. Send the love, light, the blessings to a beautiful planet, the center of the planet. And see the center of the planet now expanding, shining brightly and expanding, filling up entire ground, entire water element, and then again filling up entire. Let us together now. Everything that is mine and now speak with love, light, with the spirit of thought by default is shining brightly and it's active. So now let us all of us together. So now fill up entire ground, inside the earth and the water element and the entire ground, in nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, humanity, their element, and the sun and the moon, and the entire planet, entire universe. We fill up with mind and now speak with light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now let us send the love, light, and blessings to the moon. Let's see the moon shining brightly, and together with all of us, we are filling up entire planet and entire universe with mind and now speak the shell of light to the speed of thought by default. Everything's by default. Let us send the love, light, and blessings to the moon, to the sun, to a sun. See the sun is shining brightly. And together with all of us, we are filling up entire planet and entire universe with mind and now speak the shell of light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, just focus on your body and your breathing. Just listen to your body. So now, my beautiful friends, let us create a light planet create a light planet. Actually, more light planets, huge light planets. We'll see them interconnected with the golden light, and then let us fill up entire ground inside the earth. Actually, first, inside the earth, fill up the earth, an entire water element, and then let's fill up with that golden light. Planets interconnected, fill up entire planet, and then expand it. Let us fill up entire universe. So see that the huge golden light planets, this Brahman and Aspia Kushala light shining brightly, interconnected, filling up entire planet and entire universe. Now, when I'm going to multiply that, I'm multiplying, activating, compressing, multiplying, activating, replicating, compressing, multiplying, activating, replicating, compressing, all those planets. And now when you see with the speed of thought, they're multiplying, replicating, and then reuniting in the name of mind and aspect of light into the spiritual unity, actually the intelligence, spiritual intelligence into the love and light, into the light, the golden light, the ways around me and around me. So see the shining entire planet and entire universe is now shining brightly, filled with mind and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, if you don't have a light planet, golden light planets, create one in front of you. Huge, it doesn't matter, you may create a huge golden light planet in front of you. And now we're going to use that. You're going to use that light planet to throw into it. That's the mind and aspect of light. It's a destructive energy for those soulless AMMA. And of course, it's a blessing for ourselves. So you use that energy. We're going to use that energy, of course, to destroy those soulless AMMA. And of course, use that light planet, golden light planet, to throw all your problems and everything all the problems that you ever felt, that you ever had, all the pain and suffering and everything that you ever felt, or any kind of problems that you ever had, and your family, and all the problems that you know that somebody ever had, that you have right now, you just put them in the circle of light and take them straight into the light planet. You may say, flash comes soulless AMMA, which means I'm destroying those soulless AMMA with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So in that way, I'm returning the karma, pain, and suffering to all those soulless AMMA with the speed of thought by default. Everything is by default, which means we're destroying those soulless AMMA completely with the speed of thought by default. And then, of course, we are blessing ourselves, protecting and blessing ourselves, and of course, enlightening ourselves and healing and creating eternal life, eternal peace, and joy and bliss forever and ever. In the name of mine and asking Krishna light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, you just focus on yourself. You just create ito. Those soulless AMMA now, and we're destroying those soulless AMMA from within and without. I mean, you saw the shadow, the dark shadow that comes over the screen. You know that those soulless AMMA are falling down into from within and without, wherever they are, within and without, on a global universal level. In the name of mine and now, Spirit Krishna love light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. It's all. So now, my beautiful friends, just focus on yourself, focus on your breathing. Listen to your body. I'm going to do the clearing up. I'm going to clear up our body. We're going to destroy the soulless AMMA from within and without, the energy of those soulless AMMA, and enlighten ourselves. Just listen to your body, and just, I'm sending you mind and asking to share the light through my voice and through my physical form. And just open up your heart and soul, receive it, and enjoy it. So in the name of mine, and now speak the shell of a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm putting in the circle of light all those soulless AMMA that ever interfere into our life in a negative way, with any kind of dark intention from within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are, directly or indirectly. I'm putting them in the circle of light and taking them straight into the light planet to be destroyed forever and ever, to burn forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. All those soulless AMMA. In the name of mine, and now speak the shell of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you so for my golden soul, my golden by default. We are enlightening ourselves. We are rejuvenating our bodies, and of course healing and protecting ourselves with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you so for my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine, and now speak the shell of light with the spirit of thought by default. And we are putting in the circle of light all those soulless AMMA that ever interfere in our life, ever try to interfere into our lives, into our planet. And all those the projections, any kind of projections with dark intention, we put them in the circle of light, throw them straight into the planet, light planet with the spirit of thought by default, together with all the pain and suffering, the karmas that they were created, projected towards each and everyone and everything, and will try to project with the spirit of thought by default. Without mercy, in the name of mine and our spirit, shall light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So in the name of mine, and now speak the shell of light with the spirit of thought by default. We are putting in the circle of light all those soulless AMMA that ever interfere into a beautiful planet, into the water element, air element, the sun, the moon, the humanity, nature, kingdom, and everything that we have, into governments, into the religious, into the systems, educational system, health and care system, financial system, into the law enforcement and the law system, or into the police and military, and any kind of those organizations, criminal organizations that they were creating, pretending to be the one that was serving the people, that were protecting the people. So we are not taking the energy behind all of that, because we're saying that they were working and protecting the humanity. So of course we are taking the energy. Everything that they said that is for our protections, for our safety, we are taking the energy behind that with the spirit of thought, returning the pain and suffering and karmas to all those souls, AMMA that we're doing with the dark intention, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. We're throwing all the souls, AMMA together with the karmas, straight into the light planet to burn forever and ever into the hell for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you. Ito. So now in the name of mine, and now speak the shell of a light with the spirit of thought by default. We're putting the circle of light, all those soulless AMMA infiltrated into the governments, all those soulless AMMA that were infiltrated in all the governments throughout the entire planet, throughout the entire universe, and all the soulless AMMA, and all everything that we were creating, that we infiltrated, and everything that infiltrated with the dark, and that were interfere into everything that we are doing, and everything that we created, and all the soulless AMMA that were manipulating with the technologies, with the dark intention, with the weapon, or anything that we eat or drink, or that we see, hear, and all the projections that have been projected towards each and everyone and everything of us with a dark intention, we all of that and the karmas, pain and suffering, we multiply them by the laws, rules, and regulations with the speed of thought by default. And all those souls are put in the circle of light together with the dark and the karmas and take them straight into the hell, and that's hell for them because it's a destructive energy for those souls. We're placing them, taking them straight into the light planet with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, we are replacing all the dark energy with energy so mine and us, the shell of a light with the speed of thought by default, and enlightening humanity, enlightening a beautiful planet, enlightening of systems and governments and everything, and of course religion. When I'm saying enlightening the religions or governments, that means we are destroying the soulless Sama in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are. We're destroying them while we are protecting everything that is mine and us, the shell of a light. We're destroying the evil, dark, and then protecting the light. I'm loud and clear with the speed of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, in the name of mind and us, the shell of a light with the speed of thought by default, we're putting this circle of light to all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, all those soulless gods and saints, all the soulless creators, and the soulless judges, soulless SOPHIE and Chistenko, soulless Mirianas, and then Vochas, and the soulless Hitler and Susie, soulless Amrita Babaji Mira Guriji Matrashik Tata Hitler Atma Chintanayam Sin Ramchalovich, soulless so-called divine mothers, so fathers, so avatars, so light workers, so spiritual teachers, or healers, but they don't have a spirit. So those those soulless gods, soulless on the salt tigika, and those soulless in whatever form they are, wherever they are, dark, dirty, psychopathic players, we put them in the circle of light, wherever time, whatever form they are, from within and without on a global universal level. In the name of mind and us, the shell of light, the speed of thought, together with all the karma, pain, and suffering that they ever created or projecting, or ever tried to project what's each and everyone and everything, we together, all of them, put them in the circle of light, take them straight into the light planet with the speed of thought by default. To destroy all those souls, some with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, without mercy, with the speed of thought. We destroy those souls, some in every form, from within and without, on a global universal level, with the speed of thought by default. And I'm commanding to Sophie and everything that's mine and ask me shall light with the speed of thought by default to answer on my call and my command with the speed of thought by default without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Peaceful in action, my golden by default. I love you. Thank you, Sophie, my golden by default, my golden soul. I love you. So my beautiful friends, we are replacing, we are filling up each and every one of us and everything, humanity on a beautiful planet and everything that is mine and us, shall of light, with mine and us, shall of light, enlightening, healing, protecting, rejuvenating, creating the unity among each and every one of us. That's mine and us, shall of light, with spirit of thought by default, eternal peace and eternal life and great health, vitality, and of course we are activating all of our gifts that are freely given to each and every one of us and everything with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we destroy those souls and their projections that project any kind of all those projectors, all those souls that projecting any kind of visions, thoughts, or arts. We are ito. We are rejecting all of that and returning back to the soulless Sama, and together with those soulless Sama, putting with the circle of light that taking them straight into the hell, into the light planet, straight into the hell to burn forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. While we are enlightening and healing and protecting and ourselves, our families and friends and our soulmates and each and every one of us and everything is mine and us, we shall have a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So everything now, we are multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls, Sama, with the speed of thought by default, and to us blessings in the soul, summer, calm, pain, and suffering by the laws, rules, and regulations with the speed of thought by default, over and over again, as many times as is needed, by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default, and everything's under the command, the control of Sophie. Sophie knows as many times as is needed. Multiply those karmas, pain, and suffering to the soul, summer, to us blessings in order to solace those soul, summer, to destroy them forever and ever, and for us to create eternal life and joy, peace, and bliss, and enlightenment with the speed of thought by default. And everything is multiplied over and over again and encoded in infinite with the speed of thought, peacefully in action. I'm loud and clear with the speed of thought by default, peacefully in action. My golden soul, my golden by default, I love you. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, of course, my beautiful friends, thank you to all of you. How do you feel now? You need to know that it's a time for us now to shine all the way through wherever we are, in whatever form we are, in the physical form. Our soul, our energy, love to shine through a physical form and to shine all the way through wherever we are, whatever we do. So be the shining light that you are, mine and our shower light, in the spirit of thought by default. Smile, my beautiful friends, from the heart and soul. And of course, enjoy every step of the way. Everything, whatever you do, enjoy, my beautiful friends. Do it with love and of course with smile on your face. And be the what I was saying, be the change that you want to see in the world, but be the change first, that you're changing yourself, starting to change yourself. And when you change yourself, everything around you is going to change. By default, by the laws, regulations, or by default, with the speed of thought by default. Of course, we are changing everything from within and without, and of course, we are destroying those souls. By destroying the souls from ourselves, from within and without, we're destroying them from our beautiful planet and a global universal level, placing them straight into the hell forever and ever with the speed of thought by default. And of course, enlightening ourselves, healing, protecting, and blessings each and every one of us that is mine and ours, directly shall light with the speed of thought by default. And we are ready, my beautiful friends. We are writing a golden history. We are writing new history of humanity with the golden letters. And of course, we are walking into the golden age with the golden steps and flying on the golden wings of mine and now directly shall light with the speed of thought by default. And of course, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We are flying into the golden age with the unlimited golden opportunities for all of us with the speed of thought by default. We're going to create a new generations of humanity with all the wisdom, knowledge, power within. And with the speed of thought by default, in the name of mine and our spiritual shell of life, with the speed of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends, that's following me, that joining me, and that adding up to the lights. And thank you to all of you that sending the love and blessings. I love you all. And thank you all. I'm sending you much love and blessings to all of you, my beautiful friends. Enjoy yourself. Shine all the way through, and remember that everything is by default. Actually, I'm going to sing the focus on yourself. I'm going to sing the healing mantra. This always someone wanted to manipulate. Focus on yourself, and I'm going to sing the healing mantra. So everything is by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Oh, soulless summer, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by you, beautiful by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and now's pure unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light. In the name of mine and now's by default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We're safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and now's pure unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light. In the name of mine and now's by default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, everything is by default. Mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is straight by default. 24 HEARTH by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirren input them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. To, 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 to. To. My beautiful friends, everything is means in my language Sweden. By default, 24 HEARTH, by default, by default, by default. Peaceful in action, my golden by default. Mirni putem aktia by default. I love you, Sophie. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. And thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends, that you join me, that you giving the light, adding up to the light and giving your time and energy in support the project, investing actually your time and energy in supporting the project and helping us create a better future for all of us. I love you all. Thank you all. Much love and blessings to all of you. Good night. And I'm going to talk to you later. Bye.